it, go.
Hi everyone, this is Dee Morella. I'm the author of the book, All About Me. I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you why I think this book is so important. I was a caregiver for my mom for 8 anxiety-filled years. The anxiety came because she did not give me any information to depend on when I became her caregiver. Where were her important papers kept? Who should take care for her pet in case she had to go to the hospital? What are her comforts? What were her interests? Where were her bank books? Who were her maintenance people if I had to call a plumber? I think you get what I am getting at. I had no preparation. It was all guesswork. That's why I became a confused interpreter instead of her guardian angel. Because I was a confused interpreter, I made many mistakes. The first one was when I came home, I wanted to take her someplace that I thought she'd enjoy. So I took her to her favorite seafood restaurant, and we ordered all of the shellfish she enjoyed. No one told me she was now allergic to shellfish. That caused me to have to call an ambulance. On a lesser scale, one day I walked into her house and this loud country music was playing. I yelled to her in another room, "Mom, I'll be right there. Let me change the station to some nice soft music you like." And she ran out to me and said, "Oh, please don't change that knob. I don't know how to get back to that station. I can't see so well and I love country music." How was I supposed to know that? Another thing that I regret, and I regret to this day, is I have no history of my family. One day when she was lucid, about 2 weeks before she passed away, I asked my sister to get a pencil and paper and let's ask her some questions. Before I did, I wanted to see if she had answers to things I know she would know if she was lucid. And I said, "Mom, do you know the names of your grandchildren?" And she said, "No, but I feel them in my heart." And that didn't work. And then I thought, this is a question she'll know the answer to. My father's name was Raymond. I said, "Mom, who was the love of your life?" Well, she named a man I had never ever heard of before. My sister and I ended up laughing. We never did get that name. And by the way, speaking of laughing, humor is the thing that got me through so many difficult spots in that 8 years. I highly recommend that instead of anger that will make you feel more anxious and guilty. When my mom passed away, I sat down and wanted to do something for my daughters so that if I ever needed them in the future as my caregivers, they would have something to guide them. And that's when I came up with the idea of writing everything down, from the brand of the toothpaste I like, all the way through to my funeral arrangements. They might not need everything, but if they needed a resource, it was in that book, I promise. The book is a celebration of your life. It's everything about you in one concise spot. Of course there are some somber parts, long-term care decisions that have to be made, funeral arrangements. Are you a donor? What doctors would you never want to go back to? These are things that I had to experience with my mom. 2020, by the year 2020, there will be 12 million older Americans who will need long-term care. And if you don't prepare now, you are going to be one of those people with your caregivers who will be woefully unprepared. This book, All About Me, gives you a chance to have a win-win situation for both of you. As a care receiver, you have some control over your own destiny. As a caregiver, you have something to hold on to, something that will be a roadmap for you, a tool to reference and know that you're not making a decision alone. That person who lovingly wrote this book is doing it with you. Alex Haley once said, "When a person dies, it's like a library burning. All the values, lessons, and memories go with it. And after 2 years, 2 generations, complete silence. Your daughters or your children might remember you. Your grandchildren might remember you. But after that, complete silence. With this book, there's always a reference to one ancestor, you, that your descendants will be appreciative of knowing about. When I'm speaking, I like to quote, it's a very short sentence, but I think it says it all. The time to buy an umbrella is before a rainstorm. And the time to prepare for your future caregiving is before a catastrophe, sickness, or accident happens. The choice is yours, whether it be in the hands of a guardian angel or a confused interpreter. The choice is up to you. Thank you for listening.